Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish.
No, this is
The Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish.
no.
This is the Petri dish. There's something growing in here, and it is hot starts. That's what's growing today.
Starts.
Is general unpreparedness
Church keep.
and church or something. I don't know. Either way, it's a special birthday episode for our guest today.
Happy birthday to our
Austin.
guests. Me, that's right. It's
Yep.
been my birthday for the last... I basically postponed my birthday as soon as the quarantine started, and it's my birthday every day
Yeah,
Right.
for the last
You saved them up.
5 months.
27 birthdays,
5
5
months.
months.
All of them. Every day's been my birthday, so it's been way more than 27.
Hey,
actually.
you had to catch up because of the leap year thing, and so now you have.
Yeah, I have like so many fucking presents.
And because 2020 is never ending and infinite.
Is that how this works?
I've adopted. I've
We've
adopted.
been in August for 7 years now.
That's true.
Fuck, we made it all the way to August.
It's August 31st. Rent's due, by the way.
Ugh.
It's not March 10th yet.
It was, right? It was. I remember I woke up, I went to bed, and it was March 19th, and then I woke up
March
and
10th.
it's March 10th, and I woke up, it's
March 10th.
August 10. August
And
10th.
then June-tober.
I mean, really, July and August weren't even supposed to be real months, right? Until fucking
Those Roman
Julius and
bitches.
Augustus. Yeah, we're just like, let's just make 2 arbitrary months just for us.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we're also this
Like,
year.
being emperor is cool, guys, but
That is
can we
great.
get some months?
Yeah, like as soon as COVID is over, you know we're gonna have Trumptober for 60 days.
So July and August came like after, were like the last 2 months added to the calendar.
Yeah, I mean, because
Really?
like Oct, Nov, and Dec are all supposed to be like 8, 9, 10. So it's supposed to just be that.
Man, imagine, that's how crazy Romans were. It's like they got to the point where like they were so powerful they can just change time. Like they had the capacity to just kind of just change it.
Yeah.
Numbers
Just
are cool,
rewrite it.
guys, but what about my name
Yeah, we're like, all right,
as
we're
a
gonna
replacement for numbers?
have September, 8-tober, 9-tember, and then like, what about if we just move those over?
I feel like as Americans, we're on the verge of like adding a new month.
Oh hell yeah!
We just need,
We do the same thing, but with food.
yeah.
Like, Japanese people are like, we have this thing called sushi that's fish wrapped in rice and seaweed. Americans are like, but what if we deep fry it and add ammunition? Like, that's
What if
That's
it
how we
was
do it.
what if it was the size of your fucking arm and instead it was Mexican sushi burritos?
and then we make it all you can eat.
What if we just cover that shit in mayonnaise? Yeah.
That's definitely a roll somewhere.
Oh yeah.
It's the Patriot roll. It's mayonnaise and racism.
I want to make just like a fuck you sushi restaurant that is literally just
Hamburger.
almost inedible. It's just like a hand roll of only mayonnaise
Here's a
filling.
sushi hamburger.
It's like I made a sushi roll and then a frozen mayonnaise brick in the middle, and then I tempura deep fried it, so it's fresh mayonnaise in the middle of this roll, and you're gonna eat it because I said it's sushi.
That sounds actually pretty good.
That's at the Texas State
A
Fair.
wrapped in
somewhere.
Ostermeyer hot dog and white rice.
Oh, we need to I want to go all the way now and just make straight up white people sushi. That's just like this one is bologna and cheese.
Yeah.
You have a fresca salad roll.
That was basically like my
Just
broke
a
meals.
scoop of fresca salad and a roll of seaweed and a hand roll.
Yeah, you take like a tortilla, smear that in peanut butter, put some celery in the middle, and wrap that up.
I mean, I definitely did that with pancakes a few times just because I was too lazy to make real bread or go buy any, so I would just make shitty pancakes.
Yeah,
And then just
that
put
instant bread.
cheese and lunch meat on it and then just eat it like a sandwich. Just 2
Artificial
pancakes.
crab dipped in mint jelly.
Ooh, there you go. So I don't know if mint jelly would work with it, though. I'm going to do it anyway.
And jelly.
Mint jelly doesn't work with anything.
And I think that's precisely the point, isn't it? They're like, well, fuck your
Yeah.
taste buds. Have some Jell-O with your food.
Lamb doesn't taste great. What else should we put on here? Something else that doesn't taste great. Mint jelly. Perfect. Now it's a meal. Sell it at high-end restaurants.
That's what they were really going with the two negatives make a positive philosophy when they came up with that one. This seems like a holdover from the 50s.
Universal language, so.
Well, unless you're against Arabic numerals, which we are increasingly.
Yeah, Greeks actually invented like the worst kinds of math. They did like geometry and shit.
I cannot imagine having to do math off of Roman numerals.
You're going to need a lot of abacuses.
What is the plural of abacus?
Abaci?
It better be fucking abaci.
Abacuses?
I mean, Roman numerals by themselves are already math.
Abacus?
If you can't do math, you really can't count in Roman.
That's true. I definitely can't. I saw.
Who cares if you can't count in Roman? I feel like they could barely read.
I saw one that started with a C the other day, and I lost all hope of knowing what Roman numerals mean.
That was a century. That was easy. 100.
No way. That's what that means?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I really fucked the numbering in a document at work then.
I mean, I could barely count past L. So, I mean, what do I know?
L's 50 or something. I only know the Roman numerals because I watched the Super Bowls.
Ah, yes.
That's pretty much it. So right now I'm only on 54 or whatever the last one was. That's the extent of the Roman.
So LIV.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's right. 50. No, that's 55.
And then the next
So
LIV was the last one, right?
Yeah.
So the next one is going to be LAF, and the one after that is LUV.
Oh, that's going to be dope.
And then Super Bowl's going to be over.
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl, live, laugh, love.
I'm surprised they've kept the Roman numerals thing going this long, honestly, because like their audience does not have the capacity to understand or even like bother to like learn Roman numerals.
Right.
Who knows? Maybe this is the future of teaching.
I honestly thought it was gonna stop after XXL, and
XL
then
was probably I thought like the best. Like that was it. Like it would end there. It's like okay, we've reached the max shirt size.
Yeah, and then after that they're gonna be like, okay, well, how do we make it even bigger? And the next one is just called like Super Bowl Ultra.
They go to cups. So then it'll be Double D, Super Bowl Double D, Super B, Super Bowl K, Super Bowl L again.
Venti Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see the Venti Super Bowl Double D cup.
It's going that way. Have you heard like some of the collegiate bowl like names and titles and stuff?
Isn't there literally a toilet bowl?
Yeah, it's over a toilet bowl. They play football on. They're all sitting on toilets. They're all like just stationary, just on the field.
That'd be beautiful.
Just throwing footballs, making tackles.
Oh, speaking of sports, I found out about a new sport that I don't know if you guys knew existed, but it's specifically for blind people.
Blind football.
Go on.
Well, it's just I don't know what it's actually called, but they call it like goal ball or something. But it's just three blind people with a net the size of the entire field behind them, and then there's another team on the other side of them, like 50 feet away, and they just three blind people on one side, three blind people on another side, hurling a ball at each other's side, and trying to stop it, just off of hearing where the ball is,
wondering where it is.
You shouldn't laugh at that. Good for them.
You shouldn't.
For them for
like, how are they going to hear the ball in the air? Sport. Unless the ball is a bullet that they're firing.
You know, if they're just like quiet and they kind of listen to the guy shuffling. But what got me about it is like, at first I was like, this is a cool concept. I'd watch this. But I'm assuming this was like the top match you could be at because who else would be filming it? Immediately, like a minute in, the guy on the end just hurls it off screen, like completely off the field. And they know that would, of course, that would be a hazard. But if there's going to be a professional match, it would be like if you're playing football and you just see them just fuck it right into the stands.
How do they officiate that sport? Are the refs also blind?
Yeah, it is also noise based.
They always are.
You're not allowed to grunt.
When like the crowd there, I'm guessing there's a crowd watching this. But when they get upset, the ref's blown call. Like, what's wrong with this ref? Can you see or something? But he's blind.
The benefit is the audience is also blind.
This ref can totally see.
That really makes a job for the color commentators because they literally do have to describe what's going on. John Madden could come out of retirement just to do that sport.
Isn't he also
about time?
Isn't he also blind now?
How is John Madden not dead is my question.
Right?
We lose fucking Black Panther and John Madden, the creator of the turducken, is still going without colon cancer? You fucking kidding me? I'm just saying the Earth is cosmically unfair also to black people.
Well, I think, yeah.
It definitely is.
Because he smoked naked pork rolls for like 5 decades of his life, I think.
He pickled his insides.
Yeah.
He just ate so much smoked meat.
So much
There's a
sodium.
pink ring inside of him if you cut him open.
His blood is just brine.
Fuck. I mean, like, on the white side of the universe existing, like, fuck, Kobe Bryant already died, and that would be like me losing Tony Hawk, you know? Like,
right.
That's fucking devastating.
Yeah.
And then
Don't put
Black
that in the
Panther right
universe, man.
afterwards, fuck.
Well, it's a good thing Tony Hawk doesn't go flying up in helicopters. He just gets dropped out of them. Vert dropped out of the helicopter.
Getting mad air. Fuck.
Everybody hold on. This is going to be sick.
I kind of hope for all like extreme athletes to die doing crazy shit.
That's what I
you
feel
know?
like if Tony Hawk was in the helicopter and it crashed and he died, as long as like in the wreckage they found the skateboard, I'd be like, oh man, he was gonna do something super rad.
They found a skateboard underneath the helicopter. Like, whoa, he was trying to kickflip in a helicopter.
It's not like he was gonna like do some like basketball in the helicopter, like dunk on everybody.
What if he was? He was trying to go for the most vertical dunk possible. Like, whoa,
yeah.
he dunked it 400 feet.
Instead of dunking from the free throw line, he's dunking from the Canadian
problem when
border.
he was dunking down.
Yeah.
You always got to dunk up.
Fuck. Well, that was depressing. Let's see.
Yep, now the audience is sad.
Yeah,
What isn't though?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything's depressing right now, which is kind of why I resigned myself to the fact of like, oh, I gotta stop being so like serious about all this and art and stuff again. Because like, at the end of the day,
Yes, you do need to art more.
yeah, it's not getting me anywhere to fucking sit around ruminating on why creation exists.
Yeah, and I've been doing a lot of that.
I gotta just leave it for the fucking religious people and philosophers to figure out, because I'm not gonna do it. No matter how many drugs I do.
No one's asking me. I mean,
Yeah, and so I just gotta keep doing the thing that I know how to do, and that's just mock
More
the
drugs.
earth. Yeah, more drugs and mock the earth. And drink more. That being said, Matt, this was a topic from last week that I still want to cover. Do you have any extremely white relatives? This
God.
This isn't going to get too racist, don't worry. But they pronounce quote-unquote exotic foods the most white possible. And here's my example. My grandma would say salsa with a hard Z and mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
Yeah,
I don't think I
two
can
very
eat
exotic
mozzarella.
food. Yeah, mozzarella was my favorite.
I mean, they all do say espresso, not
Beautiful.
espresso. We got nuclear, 100% nuclear all the way.
Do you get any libraries?
Only ironically, but then it kind of turned into like racist ironically.
Oof.
Because whenever it's done, it always flips into like a black accent.
Yeah, then they start being like, I speak jive.
Yeah. Excuse me, Stuart. I speak jive. That's kind of where it is. But I mean, like, we've got so much family in Vermont, which is like the whitest state.
Yeah.
One of like top 3. Like, just asking them to read off of a menu from a Mexican restaurant would be glorious.
Oh, that reminds me of another meme that I saw recently of just boomers not being able to pronounce Chipotle.
oh yeah.
There's so many different ways. Some of them were like Chipotle.
Chipotle. Chipotle. No, that's the right way. Chipotle wasn't. I mean, I feel like there was only one way they were making it wrong the whole time. It was all Chipotle for the most part.
I was
only like
definitely
2
18
Chipotles.
before I realized that it was Tecate and not TK.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's not Tecate?
There was also
No, it
a
is
lot,
Tecate,
not
but
PK.
it's not TK.
Chipotle is another one.
Chipotle. 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 Chai
I was probably a sophomore in college before I knew it was Socrates Street, not Socrates Street, off of McCarran. It just didn't occur to me that it was Socrates
Hell yeah.
and not Socrates.
There's so many words that I still don't know how to pronounce because I've spent too much time writing that I'm like, I just don't need to ever say this. Like, I will only use this word to like make my writing sound cool, and I will never say that out loud so I don't look dumb.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Fumble your way through it if you ever have to present it.
Yeah. There's also what is it? I think I was watching like an old Conan interview or something. I forgot who he was interviewing, but they said they had no idea that chaos was not pronounced chaos. That was the most beautiful thing.
When I was a kid, I used to say jaguar. I put a lot of emphasis on the wire part.
Too.
And it wasn't until I was an adult that somebody was like, "What are you saying?" It's jaguar. Oh, you're right. It is.
Yeah, I really split the difference because I used to also be hard on the wire, and then I heard a British guy say jaguar, and I was like, "Oh, split the difference, jaguar."
Jaguar.
Like it's a jag watching guar.
That's the bachelor's degree of pronunciation.
Hell yeah.
For that word.
That's, most of the way I live my life is like, just split the difference and call it good. Like, maybe I'll learn a little bit of Spanish, but I'm going to speak it as white as possible.
Yes, and I'm never going to say it in a Mexican restaurant.
100% no.
It sounds like it makes me sound like an asshole.
What are you going to say at a Mexican restaurant? Go back to your country.
You're never going to like, even though you have the ability to order, like as a not Hispanic person, I never order in Spanish. I could, but I never will.
Yeah, it always sounds weird.
It
always sounds weird when you see a dude walk in there and just being like, necesito burrito, frito bandito. It's just not right. Oh, that's going to get clipped out and make me not be able to be on SNL one of these days.
There's plenty of other episodes.
Oh, yeah.
There's lots of earlier stuff when we were funnier and cared.
Yeah, there's specifically an episode I remember naming Vinegar specifically for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
That one's definitely going to resurface one of these days, and I can't wait.
That was like a YouTube video or something, right? Like, it was
Maybe.
like some white kid tricking another white kid to say it.
There's a lot of...
Yeah.
There's a lot of gray areas.
Yeah.
Fuck.
More like white areas.
It's only gonna be white with you, Matt.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. I am the only white person on this podcast right now, aren't I?
I guess. I mean, we're white adjacent, I think, me and Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, really, whenever I need token white people, it's Matt and Sam for either ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. Like they're both philosophers in their own right, but for very different reasons.
Yeah, like they'll reach the same conclusion with all the different equations, and that's beautiful.
They're just working with different. They got the same clues, but they're going different paths.
One's calculus, one's geometry.
Yeah, one's got Watson, the other one's got a
one's
dog with a broken leg.
PhD in mathematics, and one is the janitor that's just looking at a chalkboard.
Yeah. I'm 100% going to think of Sam as in the context
as
of
Matt
Good
Damon. He absolutely is.
Oh, that's beautiful. Fuck.
No question.
We've never put a math problem in front of Sam. Like maybe he'll actually solve it. Like just put like something up in front of him, and like maybe he'll reason a way to the answer, but not the answer that was told to us by our teachers.
Would you be really surprised if he was like, "Well, if sex robots is here, and then this one turns into a pizza, and then also some Diglets show up for Pokemans, then the answer." Must be 3.75.
Obviously, if you apply the correct theorem here, you can see it's the Mandelbrot set. So we'll just keep on talking about our dicks or whatever.
Man, that'd be great having Sam
World
Corbin
problems all solved.
Good Sam Corbin. Just put him in place of Will Hunting, and then who would be the Ben Affleck character in that movie?
Ooh.
Who's just as dumb as Sam, but like actually dumb. And like, but dumb, but like also sweet and like cares for his friend.
Ah, fuck.
Wants the best
no
for him.
question.
Yes.
Because Caesar is basically he's a white guy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But I can't see
He's a
Caesar.
gay white man trapped in a straight Hispanic man's body.
But I can't see Caesar doing that whole speech at the end where Ben Affleck's like talking to Will, like the best part of my day is when I walk up those steps and I knock on that door and you're not going to be there. I can't see Caesar doing that.
Yeah, it wouldn't come out that eloquent.
I feel like halfway up the steps, Brooke Unger would pop out of nowhere and punch him in the dick and run off.
Get him out of here. This is getting very specific.
That's
and
a
very
story
local.
where Brooke Unger punched Caesar in the dick.
Yeah.
For the audience that wasn't there.
And that
Probably
was
everybody.
And that was the first time I witnessed the scene split in two.
There were few survivors from the great Reno comedy
The
dick
great
punch
comedy
Civil War.
scene split.
Be just like a Captain America Civil War fight scene, except it's just Caesar getting punched in the balls.
That was the catalyst. That was the bullet that went through with Archduke Ferdinand's skull. It was Brooke's fist to his dick.
And that created a Hitler off in the distance.
Yeah. And like I was Caesar's friend, so I had to side with him, I guess. And then Jim was my friend, I guess.
He just
so
pulled in all of his allies.
Yeah, we all got pulled into Caesar's bullshit. Hey,
There's a dog howling near me.
fucking really?
Fucking animal.
Right now,
Let's see.
Shut up, dog.
Matt, what's it like having a pet? How do you like?
Oh, God. I'm sure it's great. I don't know what my pet is, honestly.
You don't.
She's got the body of a dog, but the spirit of, like, Marie Antoinette and of, like, 30 raccoons.
Wow, you can't believe you're talking about your daughter like that.
She's super privileged, but she doesn't do anything that a dog would do. Like, she refuses to be outside. She won't play fetch. She won't, like, play wrestle at all. Like, she just is around and does a potty dance when she has to pee outside.
Yeah, she's not even that cuddly either.
No?
Like, she'll come up and she'll
She doesn't like me, so I never get an opportunity to cuddle with her.
Oh, God. When we had her, was that last year already?
Yeah.
We had her for that second. Like she would come up to you and, like, lay her head on your lap. But that was about it.
Yeah, my wife and I say that she has dogtism. She just can't bring it together.
Yeah, she's got some sensory issues.
If my wife isn't home, she can just be outside, and that's okay. Like, she doesn't care. But if my wife is home, being outside is like the greatest insult we can possibly give her. And she will just be scratching at the door, and then we won't let her in. And she'll go to another door, and she'll scratch at that. And she'll just start scratching at random parts of the house, like the walls of our house. And so you just hear her outside, like, let me in.
Damn.
In all fairness, I do the same thing whenever I'm around your wife, too. So that makes sense. That tracks.
No.
I hope the phone's on.
I got a really cool wife.
I hope the
You
phone's
want
on
to talk about any bands with her, I get it.
I want her to be in my band. Is she ready yet?
God, I wish.
I
got bass, and she was always like, let's jam, and I'm not good enough at guitar to jam.
You can figure it.
And I'm like, we know a number of good musicians that we could call.
Matt, just find some chords and just play those.
Just put it in drop D, so you only got to use index finger the whole time.
Yeah, when you drop D, you can play Everlong. That's like the greatest song in the world.
I didn't understand any of those things. Just the word chord.
Okay, fine. All right. Not a fan of Foo Fighters, huh? All right.
Not like Dave Grohl.
Yeah, he's decent.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I like the fun internet stories that pop up about Dave Grohl like once a year. Like Dave Grohl plays with 10-year-old girl drum lady. Like Dave Grohl sponsors drum class. Dave Grohl checks himself into Alcoholics Awareness or something.
There was a great one that I saw of, what is it? Someone was playing the piano part to, like, Imagine or some Beatles song, and then came in with Jump, the words to that instead. They fit perfectly.
So he was doing the words from Van Halen's Jump over the melody and the piano of Imagine by John Lennon.
So good.
I gotta look it up now.
That sounds like a genius song. He was in Bill and Ted 3.
Oh, fuck, I still didn't see that. I forgot it was out.
We should probably check that out, maybe. We should probably
Oh, it's fun.
or something.
Like, I don't know if Bill and Ted 3 is like a really good movie, or if it just reminds you what happiness is for a little bit, and so you're overwhelmed with emotion.
Honestly,
like, I know I cried at the end of it.
That second one is fine for me, because, like, that's the same way I feel about Star Trek Picard. Like, I enjoyed all of it, and I'm so glad it existed. Is it good? Not unless you've watched all the other Star Treks, but at the same time, it was fucking great.
Bill and Ted 2 was a trip. I remember watching that as a kid and getting like scarred by some of like the scenes in it, just because it was like they're going through hell,
Yeah.
essentially. Making friends with the
bunny, the Easter bunny scene.
The Easter bunny scene, that scene in
That's
particular,
still
the Easter bunny
makes me uncomfortable.
and the grandma.
Mm.
Speaking of Star Trek, because I'm on the podcast this week.
Yes.
Lower Decks.
Yes.
Bobby, have you seen that?
I watched the first episode and I started watching the second one, but I kind of want to wait and build it up because I like to binge like 5 things at once. So like,
that's not a bad idea.
It was like
first
5 or 6 episodes.
Okay, and it really starts picking up.
Okay,
starts
good.
hitting its groove.
Because I was excited about the first episode and just the direction they're taking the Star Trek, universe as a whole.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited about that, and I'm definitely gonna watch a fuckload of it. But yeah, I gotta wait.
Good.
It's so good. Yeah.
It deserves your fuckload.
I wasn't even gonna start watching it yet either, but I was on YouTube, and the entire first episode came up as an ad. And so I was like, well, fuck it. I'll just watch it. I guess. Yeah, all 22 minutes was an ad.
Yeah, man, YouTube are getting out of hand right now. Fuck.
I thought it was great because I was like, I didn't know you could do this because now I want to do that.
Sure, but like when you're like just trying to like put something on in the background and it's like an ad for something you don't care about, though, it's like a 13-minute ad about fucking Manscaped bracers or something.
Oh yeah, and they're just like shaving kiwis. You're like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like this isn't the best compilation of fucking Norm Macdonald. I'm trying to. It's fucking Manscaped.
Oh, also speaking of the Manscaped Lawnmower 2.0 razor, not that I was ever going to get sponsorships, especially by them, but I heard that is not any better than just your standard fucking face shaver, and it will still cut your balls. All their advertising is terrible lies.
Oh man, you gotta be extra careful. You don't even need something that.
I haven't seen the advertising for ball shavers yet.
Well, we'll get you a pair, guys. This episode is sponsored by the Lawnmower 2.0.
You're clearly not watching enough Legion of Sex
the ball
videos.
shavers.
Yeah, it's
Brought to you by Bic.
it's kind of funny the amount of like semi-ironic, over testosteroned male ads there are now.
Mm.
Like they knew from Gillette ads and boner pills, like, whoa, we can't go too heavy on it. So now they're like trying to be tongue in cheek, but it's still sexist, like the Dr. Squatch thing.
We can't go too heavy on it. What is this? 2015?
Yeah. So they're always just like, you're using detergent on your skin. Don't you want to smell like a fucking real man, you piece of shit?
You know how they can bring it back, though? So, like,
here's a piece of wood. Rub yourself with wood.
You can take that overhyped testosterone level, like masculinity in those ads, and like bring it back and like tone it down. Just get that Men's Warehouse guide. To just get like, you're gonna like the way your balls smell. Say something like that.
I would like that. Just like the smooth approach.
Just get like a world's interesting man in the world kind of guy, and just have him say like, I guarantee it, and that's it. Then you've brought class to these to fucking ball aftershave for testicles.
Like I know Keanu Reeves has too much integrity, but if they could just get him to low key advertise shit where he's like, sometimes I just use Irish Spring. The end. Like that's sold.
Speaking of Men's Warehouse, when I was there, I got fitted for pants for my wedding, and I didn't like it.
Oh,
so I got married in a kilt instead.
Yeah, they get up
so
in
the
there.
guarantee is a failure. It's an empty promise.
I had to get resized for a suit because I got measured while I was too fat, and by the time I got measured again right before the wedding, they were like, "We can't even retailor this suit. Like, you got to get entirely new suit." So I had to pay another like fucking $200 something for this suit for this wedding. And
yeah, but it felt pretty good though, right?
A little bit, but like it would have been cool if it was like $80 of a mistake. But I was like, I could just get refat in 2 weeks and not spend $200 on this fucking suit.
How much weight did you lose?
That was when I did the original drop from 400 to 350 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so like now I never plan on being 400 pounds again, so I have an entirely useless fat suit.
It's not useless. You put it on often. It's gold.
I like to wear it one day. Actually.
That's true.
I've never seen
it. You do the all talking heads videos.
Yes. Fuck yes.
I'll find it one of these days.
For Halloween, I'll shave my face and get a haircut and kind of grease up my hair a little bit, comb it all the way back.
Yeah.
That'd be real good.
Dance with a lamp. I'll do that. That's a very specific reference
Cool
to,
dancing.
to the Talking Heads Stop Making Sense concert movie.
I watched that once at the library instead of doing the Sunday open mic.
Yeah, you did? They had it play? Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that was real fun.
That sounds like a pretty good use of your time.
Fuck. Let's see. There was one thing that I wanted to go over because everything is bleak, and a lot of people, especially teachers, relevant guests, are thinking about what they're going to put in their will.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Matt. What's in your will?
Happy birthday, Matt. You're going to die soon. Maybe sooner.
Matt, for your birthday, we got a power of attorney.
But I was trying to think of what outrageous shit I would love to put in my will, because I'm not going to die normal. I refuse to.
Better hope
how are you going to die?
Normal.
Either electrocution in a very elaborate fashion, like there's going to be some sort of Rube Goldberg machine, or I'm going to get certified to skydive specifically to just one day not pull my chute in a very populated place.
Populated place.
Yeah, just nosedive, no parachute, downtown LA. Just
Times Square, New Year's Eve.
Just professional diver going in on the Super Bowl to try to get right and then just right into it with a big screen.
Yeah.
Break it for the whole game. What? My body is still embedded in there. They don't know what to do.
They can't peel it off.
Yeah.
The halftime show and Beyonce's playing it again.
Yeah, but then that'll just be the death, and then afterwards, my will is going to be he has an elaborate scavenger hunt. There's a mansion none of you knew about, and he does have a clause saying you have to stay there for 7 whole days and nights before either of you can claim it. And I will set up booby traps to kill a few people.
It's almost like a level, like a Saw-esque level of booby traps.
Yeah, and
you make your friends confront their greatest sins.
And of course, because I will have already planned my death, I will befriend a not completely mentally unstable, but definitely not mentally fit enough to work homeless man who I will bequeath way too many things to make everyone else jealous and want to have the mansion.
Nice.
So, which comedian is it going to be?
Austin Baca.
Yeah, I'll probably be homeless. I'll probably be.
I feel most of your friends are comics. I feel like it'd be like a super gay for pay kind of deal. Where it's you walk into this room, you shove this marker way up your ass, you get $500.
I mean, I hate to keep going. I hate to keep going back to things that Sam has done, but he's already put a hose for smoking his ass for fun.
Wait, so Sam can get the mansion? Fuck. Probably gonna get it.
You know what? Can't come with the mansion.
I do now want Sam to be in the running for the mansion, no matter what.
Everybody's walking and be like, "Oh, he should the smoke hose up his ass." We don't got this.
The entire thing will be Twitch streamed. There's gonna be GoPros everywhere. Or I'll be for every week you just Twitch stream from this GoPro on your chest, you will get $100,000.
Nice. Anything specific with the GoProing though?
No, just your entire life. It just has to be on 24/7.
Just go about living your life. Just have a body cam on.
Yeah, and each week you will $100,000 will just be deposited into your bank. You're not allowed to turn it off.
After 5 weeks, all my student loans would be paid off.
There you go. And it's just especially because if you don't advertise it, then maybe only a dozen people accidentally stumble on your dick, or photos or video of you sleeping, and then it all goes away.
Well, how many people are subscribed to the Twitch stream?
That's that's entirely up to the
Depends
universe.
on how often you show your dick.
Yeah. Not at all. Only sometimes. A lot for fun. You really make a show of it.
You could get a lot of advertisers too. There's some side money to be made.
That'd be interesting, yeah.
Show your dick a lot. Maybe Nike takes an interest.
I'm sure there's probably obscenity rules on Twitch. I don't think you can get away with that.
I mean, a little bit, but I'm assuming.
Sorry, I thought this was America.
Yeah, I think by the time that we get to that point before I die, we'll either have auto censorship things to take care of some of the juicier bits, or we'll just stream it to Pornhub, which I'm assuming will have a live feature.
We'll do the Netflix of 2045.
You think they would already, huh?
Mm-hmm. Either that, or I'm going to pick someone that I hate to just completely Truman Show them. Like, make them 100% believe they are trapped in the Truman Show by hiring a bunch of actors and people to really fuck with them. And then just kind of ruin their life.
Who would you put in that?
I don't know yet.
Who would you put in that Sky Dome?
Ooh, who's going to be my, what's his face?
Who would be Truman?
You know, that's tough. That's tough.
I mean, because you'll be springing them up like when they're already like adults and know what the outside world is, right?
Until they start to crack and think it's all a simulation. Because Truman was an adult when he found out it was a simulation.
You might gotta get them super high or something beforehand. Probably.
Maybe my enemy is already super high all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
Jonathan?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Jonathan, I know you're listening right now. You were correct. This is all a simulation. I'm right behind you.
You've never been in North Carolina. You're actually in our crawl space.
He's not even in North Carolina.
Old man Randy died, and we just had your family drive you in circles, and you've been living in the back house the entire time for the last year and a half. Just kidding. I love you, Jonathan. Keep calling in and leaving weird voicemails.
I wonder if has he put any new ones out there?
Oh yeah, there's been a few. In fact, we could listen to some.
That's right, he's mentioned that.
If you guys want to think of things you would put in your will, feel free to while we listen to some Jonathan voicemails.
I don't think I can beat out fucking skydiving nose first into a crowded city, or having. I mean,
also it's a lot of ambition where you think you're going to be like, in a position where you're going to have money to make people do shit for you.
All right, hold on. I don't know if we played this one already, but this is a fun one.
I feel like
for me, play it again.
I feel like for me, it would just really quick before. I think the most shocking will for me would just be actually having kids to give money to. That would be it. Like that would be the actual shocking aspect of having a will, of dying.
I would leave my beard to my daughter.
Your deers?
My beard.
Oh, nice. Yeah. You're gonna
always asks when she's going to grow a beard.
And what do you tell her?
I said, depends on who you marry.
Oh, should have told her puberty. 13.
Hold on.
Well, I mean, you and I are both like South Mediterranean, so that makes sense.
I'm reading through the voicemail transcripts, and I think I have a series of voicemails that I need to play.
Okay.
That I may have only played parts of before. So
how does this segment not have a jingle yet?
Oh, fuck. I need to start making weird jingles.
You don't need
It'll be fun.
Yep.
Just play whatever Matt's.
Yeah, and I also still haven't even redone the theme song. But this, think back to 2 months ago when we all realized Chris D'Elia was a pedophile. Well, not any of us. We already kind of knew it because look at that fucking face.
Yeah.
But like the world found out. So here's the first one.
Things that aren't shocking. Chris D'Elia is a pedophile. Blah.
Chris D'Elia is really good at laughing at his own jokes. If dolphins were as smart as Chris D'Elia, then they might race their young also. Chris D'Elia maybe should have tried drugs and alcohol instead of children.
He paused for the perfect amount of laugh break, too. I just love that he still has the timing down, and that was beautiful. Oh, fuck. All right, here's another one.
Blah. Oh, fuck.
Was that it?
I had a fully formed thought before I it left me. Hang on a second. It'll come back to me. Dilbert's airline is more okay than cheese whiz on a Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
So if you guys didn't get that,
did you just read the transcript of that?
Well, the transcript transcript makes no sense because it was automatically done, but from what I think he said, Bill Burr's hairline is more long pause than Cheese Whiz on a Philly cheesesteak.
Is more. Wait, did he said long pause, or that's
It was just a long
took?
pause.
That was for dramatic.
It'd be better if he said long pause.
Yeah, it was Bill Burr's hairline is more okay than Cheese Whiz on a Philly cheesesteak. Beautiful. All right.
I don't know. Isn't Bill Burr's hairline like receding?
It's all the way gone now. Yeah, he just goes full bald now.
So
the absence of hair
don't
is.
people put cheese whiz on their Philly cheesesteak?
Yeah, and his hairline is.
Then I don't understand.
The negative space of his hairline is the amount of cheese that would be on a Philly cheesesteak, meaning his head is smothered in not hair.
It's like a logic problem.
Yeah, I like to.
Maybe if you doubled the Bill Burr, and then it'd be double negative again.
Yeah, maybe Jonathan's the Will Hunting.
It's infinite cheese whiz.
Now I want a buddy cop movie of Sam and Jonathan. Just like they're never racist, but it always gets real close.
Yeah.
You know they're about to say some crazy shit, but it is nothing you could ever come up with your own brain.
Jonathan looks like a guy who would own a truck that Sam co-signed on. They'd be into the same things.
Jonathan is the guy who thumbed a ride from Sam in the window washing van. Yeah. And now they're just on adventures.
Wait, is Sam the guy? Is John the guy that Sam tried to bring over for waffle burgers? That's a very specific Sam Corbin joke and reference, but
I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in the podcast.
Like before
history.
Jonathan actually became a comic and started coming out to Mike, he just like stumbled upon Sam at a bar once, and Sam was so drunk he just wanted a good friend.
They're his best friends.
And he tried to get him in for waffle burgers.
Fuck. All right, here's the next voicemail.
My favorite part of the Joe Rogan podcast are the Fleshlight commercials.
That was it. Succinct to the point, and then this is an ending one to go with that one.
Joe Rogan's elk food Instagram posts look like the inside of Bill Burr's hairline fleshlight sponsorship.
Now there is so many layers to that joke.
Do the transcripts really quick.
Joe
Rogan's action going on.
Joe Rogan's elk food Instagram post, a separate new entity that he's now lampooning.
Yeah, that's the subject.
Looks like the inside of Bill Burr's hairline, another joke he has made, but Bill Burr's hairline's fleshlight sponsorship, another thing he made fun of for Joe Rogan. So that is like that's like a sandwich that's like rye bread, onion, and Limburger cheese. You know, like it's all strong flavors.
But inverted with the bread in the middle.
First Big Mac, two onions on the outside.
Yeah, I don't want buns. I want onions and cheese between my fingers when I bite into this bun.
It's nice and keto, except for the bread in the
middle. Bread is the new meat.
Fuck yeah.
All right, that's all we got from Jonathan.
Bread is the absence of Bill Burr's hair.
It adds up. It all adds up.
Mm-hmm. It does. That's that's the beauty of a beautiful mind. It's beautiful and full of beauty.
Jonathan is a beautiful mind, but you take out all the mathematics and logic and just replace it with the fucking paranoid schizophrenia. I'm sorry, John. It's fun. He's great.
Good time.
Now I want to see A Beautiful Mind rewritten with John Allgood as the
as John
main
Nash.
character.
And then John Allgood's John Nash character meets up with Sam Corbin's Will Hunting character. John Allgood Nash tries to teach Sam Corbin hunting math.
They accidentally solve AIDS.
Tries to teach him his feelings. But John Allgood Nash.
In solving AIDS, they create something worse.
Yeah, super AIDS,
Solving the math
the coronavirus.
solving,
Ebola.
and solving the math equation that is AIDS.
Yeah, what if we're going at epidemiology the wrong way? What if it's all pure math?
Probably, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not smart
In
enough to
order,
figure
in
these
order to
things out.
cure your hepatitis C, you must solve these theorems.
I don't know. If I had AIDS, I'd just get more AIDS.
You know, the cootie catchers are real people. They exist.
Cootie catchers, man.
Yeah, they just try
They
to.
just strictly go out there just for the thrill of having a new infectious disease to have on them.
Yeah, like
Assorted bits.
they are just trying to not only collect as many as they can, but infect as many people as they can. So they just don't tell the people.
You're talking about that Sturgis rally?
Yes, that is 100%
Yeah.
where those people hang out. Those are the same people that inject
yeah.
their AIDS blood into bananas, thinking that's how AIDS happens. But really, you're just putting blood in a banana.
Wait, what is this? I feel like you alluded to this before, but I was too drunk to ask.
Oh,
follow-ups.
there's so many weird wives' tales that have like technically kind of happened, but like they're wrong anyway. Like people used to be like, check all your bananas because people are injecting their AIDS blood into them, and your kids are gonna get AIDS. And everyone's like, that's not how AIDS works.
AIDS blood in the banana peel's like the razor blade in the apple, huh?
Yeah, and so everyone was just like, check your bananas. And it's like, yeah, check your bananas because injecting blood into them is gross, but AIDS can't live in a banana indefinitely.
And you don't like get it from eating the AIDS blood.
Yeah, so like maybe you could get AIDS if you eat a banana and then someone with AIDS bleeds in your mouth immediately.
If you eat an apple full of razor blades first and then eat that banana full of AIDS blood, then yes, you could probably get AIDS that way. In your lacerated mouth.
Step 1 in the AIDS getting process: inject apples with razor blades. Step 2:
Eat razor
find
blades.
bloody bananas.
Oh man, we should just get a fruit bowl, and that should be the only two things in the fruit bowl.
Just AIDS bananas.
I love how people took it to the level of like a weird thing to do, and then took it to the level of like horrible homophobia.
Yeah.
Like, don't eat these bananas with blood in them because you'll get AIDS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
and
you
not
should have left it
and not because
at
they look
bloody
like,
banana.
and not
You
because
had
they-
me at blood banana.
Yeah, I mean, really, I would just be like, don't eat a banana if there's fucking anything but banana on them. Like, if it's got
I know.
hair on it, I'm throwing it away. It
I
was
don't
20
know.
cents.
I don't eat bananas.
I mean,
because they
also,
look like dicks.
let's be real. Homophobes do not eat bananas.
True. But you know what they do eat? They eat a lot of cum. Yeah.
Take that, homophobes.
Yeah,
All
take,
you homophobes listening, we just called you out for eating the thing that you hate.
yeah, take that, the Bible Belt. Probably.
Yeah, you think we don't see all the cum you eat and bloody bananas.
I'm pretty sure it was a joke, but you guys remember that book about, like, making recipes with cum?
No, I don't.
There's, like, several books on Amazon about it now, of just, like, cum recipes.
On Amazon. So I can't pick up this book at Barnes & Noble, you're saying?
You might be able to, honestly. Maybe their distributor is solid.
Yeah. I should check out a bookstore, like an
Pretty
independent
progressive
bookstore.
there.
Yeah. The thing that bothered me about that book,
Aside from the eating cum part.
not that I read the whole thing, but none of the recipes are semen forward.
Yeah,
You
they
know-
kind of like sneak it in, huh?
Yeah, it's like, ooh, make a creme brulee and
Like
then
it's-
put jizz on it.
It's like a third of a cup of semen, but it's in the middle of the ingredients list, right?
Yeah.
Like in between bananas and AIDS blood. It's like
Yeah. I was hoping they'd be like, here's how to make potato salad, but instead of mayonnaise, it's cum. You know, like,
yeah.
I wanted substitutions.
It's like make standard potato salad and then jizz on it.
Yeah.
It's like they basically made a cookbook to prank your 8th grade friends.
Yeah.
eating cum.
They didn't write it good enough for me for the satirist, because as we all know but refuse to admit, we know that cum acts like egg whites. If you take too hot of a shower, it will cook to your body.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean? Cum would make great meringue cookies.
Yeah, huh. You should try it out.
Now, if you look up these recipes online, is there a fun like family history story about the recipe and how
fuck.
it like came to be in this person's family?
You know, I went
Like
straight
all
to the
other
recipes.
online.
I went straight to the recipes, and I didn't look for any of the actual good shit, but that's a good idea.
Did you look under Betty Cocker? BettyCocker.com for all your cum and cum-related recipes. How much cum would you need for something? Like what was for like this you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Like you can't get that much cum in like in one sitting.
that's what the tough part is. Like,
You got,
Got it, Austin. You got it.
you gotta harvest a lot of cum to get a good recipe, which is why they were like, ooh, put 2 tablespoons on the side or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
like.
But just like they're asking for like a half a cup of it, right?
Well, not all the recipes really, and that's what I would want. I want them to be like, okay, so in this recipe for the most moist chocolate cake, you need 2 cups of cum. As we all know, higher egg and oil content in a chocolate
Make
cake
sure it all
makes it
comes from the
moist.
same person, too, or you're going to mix it the consistency.
Yeah, and that's
eat pineapple to make it tropical.
and that's the super moist chocolate cake brand really missed out on not already using cum in their super moist foods.
Like the grandma's cookies that you see at the 7-Elevens.
Grandma loves cum.
Grandma's cookies.
Oh shit.
Old-fashioned quality tastes of grandma's cum in a cookie.
Grandma stopped making the cookies after Grandpa died for only like a year, but then they came back hard.
Ugh. Oh fuck! All right, that's enough. That's enough cum
Yeah,
talk.
I gotta research that book though.
That's the end of this cum scene. Let's see. There's other stuff going on in the world, but I don't want to fucking deal with it at this point.
It's not our job.
Yeah,
Sound
that's
like the
not
school
what I do.
district.
We gotta stay in our. We gotta shut up and dribble. That's what I think we gotta do.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do exactly. Oh, you know what? Here's the thing that gets me. There's like the hashtag no comrades under 1,000 on Twitter.
Yeah, I seen that.
Where it's just like all these like we're all socialists and gonna follow each other on Twitter.
Yeah.
At first I was gonna try to jump on that bandwagon, but then I thought like this is the exact opposite of who I would want following me for comedy. Because like the more extreme in any ideology you get, the less funny you become.
Yeah.
That's why there's no funny conservative comedians.
Yeah.
True.
So
Why
like,
are they trying to take back the word comrade?
yeah, it's fucking dumb.
Like that's
I
a
hate,
weird hill to build your fort on and then die upon.
Yeah.
Like
I
that'd be
hate
like somebody trying to take back the Nazis.
it.
Like,
And they
no, we're
are.
going to make it a peace sign again. It's fine. The Fourth Reich stands for friendship, okay?
And that's it's the same kind of white people. I'll just say it. It's the same kind of white people doing that. Like the same white person that has dreads will either call themselves a comrade or call you the N-word. It's one or the other. You know, like it's when you get that level of cognitive dissonance that like that's where I'm like, oh, all humor and irony or satire and farce has left your brain because you have chosen the path of ridiculousness. You are who we make fun of.
Yeah.
You know, like the person that is following other comrades on Twitter is the vegan who shows up to tell us at our open mic that humans are dumb because animals are cute, you know? So, like, I don't know. There's a certain type of exposure I know I don't want, and I feel like that's a different place than I've ever been in entertaining people before.
Yeah, it's not for you. You have nothing that'll appeal. Well, yeah, you have like what you're bringing won't appeal to them.
Yeah, because I mean, the things that I find funny are like covering freecreditreport.com commercial songs, and they're gonna be like, "How dare you tap dance for this capitalist system?" And I'm like, "Bitch, your t-shirts are made by my cousins, probably." You know, like. I don't know. I hate everyone all the time, and it's hard to be funny during that.
It is.
Have you tried like making jokes to those people?
Not to those people.
On Twitter.
I've been just making a lot of. I've been making a lot of colorful jokes that shouldn't be made.
I mean, have you ever been called
general.
out for like being like not PC by somebody ever before? Or, like,
No.
feeling like, or like they come up to you like your jokes offended me.
No, but only because everyone likes me. So like they're just gonna let it slide.
You are very likable. It's true.
And so like I don't know. The only times I've ever been like booed are for obviously tasteless things that were sometimes out of my control.
No, I see.
Being tequila drunk in Yerington is one of the things.
Right.
But then I think I've told this story on the podcast.
I mean, you're also actively like trying to like.
I was antagonizing. Yeah. I was trying to get in a fight.
I mean, if you were doing that to me, I'd probably boo you too, probably a little bit.
I spent 15 minutes calling everyone fucking rednecks and saying that I'm more white trash than them. And I don't think I threatened to fight anyone in a parking lot, but it almost got there.
The show wasn't a parking lot, though, right?
It was pretty much there. Yeah, at least that's where the green room was. In the
well, Yerington on the cutting edge. They were the future of comedy before we even knew it.
Yeah.
Doing comedy in parking lots.
But the only time that I've ever gotten a overwhelmingly negative response to being on stage is when I went to go to an open mic, but I was still just doing music then. Mm-hmm. But I thought it would be funny in South Dakota to do another comedian's song, my favorite comedian, Stephen Lynch, because he has a song called Too Jesus-y about how his girlfriend used to be so down for everything until she got too Jesus-y for him. Oof. And it's a very funny little, like poke at religious people.
Yeah.
But it's nothing extreme, But I had happened to choose. Well, I happened to choose that song already, and so I only had 2 songs prepared. But right before I went on stage was this guy who had never tried public speaking before, but he wanted to try talking about all the great things that Christ has brought to his life. And he had so many friends with him, and they were all so happy he would get on stage and talk about the bravery he found in himself through Christ.
That's great.
And I go on right after him, and I just go like, hey, you guys are going to fucking hate this. And I start singing that song.
And they did.
The only Asian guy in a 500-mile radius and flip-flops, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah. I have my New Balance flip-flops, not yet chewed on by a dog, but still very stylish.
But chewed on by you.
Yep. And I was probably drunk. It was the frat days, I would just get drunk and go hang out on campus. Fuck it, why not? Yeah, but those are the 2 times that I know of that the response to my presence was overwhelmingly negative. But every other time it's just been like, he's entertaining.
Yeah, once you get to Reno, like no one really gives a shit. If you're
like,
trying to
that's
like dangerous.
That's like a booby trap in comedy. It's like, especially for open mics where anybody can do anything. So you could follow someone talking about like writing a very emotional song about like surviving an abortion or something like that, like their mother getting over a heroin addiction. And then you got to get up there and be like, hey, everybody who's depressed.
Man, I wish...
ready for some news.
This makes me long to actually like crash and burn at like that picnic open mic. I really wish I had the chance to do. I don't know why I never like took it up on it, like anybody's offer to go like just walk up there and try and get on.
It's not
further.
fun.
Is that what the picnic was? Was it open mic?
I want to see. I want to experience it as a comic. Though.
It's also shitty because it's like name out of a bucket.
Oh.
So like, there's no guarantee you get up. You have no idea when, and everyone already hates you. Like it's fucking dumb. I'm not gonna wait around.
We are not welcome at anybody else's open mic.
Yeah. So yeah, I've never done that one just specifically because I refuse to do fucking bucket draw open mics, no matter what art I'm doing.
I didn't know it was a bucket draw.
It was whenever I went there for music.
There used to be an open mic at Java Jungle, and I was right before I got up, and then the host's friend showed up, so I got bumped back one, and he did a spoken word poetry bit called The Junk Man, and I remembered it like I was in speech and debate in high school, so I'd seen that poem done, and he sucked ass at it so hard, but the audience didn't understand how bad he was doing it, and it gave him like a standing ovation at the end of it, and I was so pissed off that I got bumped, and that people thought he was doing good, and I'd seen the poem be done well, and he was butchering it, and I was like, oh, you guys are so stupid. You guys are so stupid. Go back to your Yoko Ono sound effects from your keyboards. I'm done here. And then I did a mediocre set, and then had a coffee and left.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. That's what sucks about being a comic is like, no matter how good you actually are, you're not even as good as the worst musician that they can bring there.
Yeah.
In
Anybody that has the ability to call themselves a musician is probably better than you. Has more of a draw
Yeah.
than a really good comedian.
You don't even have to like strum your instrument in a beat. You can just strum it only to the words you're saying, like that level of bad. And people are still
As
like,
long as you have
wow.
confidence in it.
I hate it so much.
I gotta learn how to play guitar.
It really is the easy way to do any open mic or comedy at all.
Or
just have an instrument with you.
Just have that. Yeah, that's like.
Or you can do it in a British accent. That's also the easy button.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, put on a fake British accent, like at all times. You mean? And just.
Oh,
like,
there was before you guys' time. There was a guy who would do a fake British accent and he would crush.
Mm-hmm.
He would destroy Third Street, and he'd like win the competitions almost every week, and it was so frustrating because he did fucking like cum and shit and boner jokes, and that was it. Like,
but it was in a British accent, right?
jokes. But he did them in a British accent, and radio audience was like, "This guy's so sophisticated, but he's talking about ball sacks. We love him so much."
Yeah, that makes him
It wasn't
witty.
even British. He was so fake.
That makes him witty, though. That he's willing to stoop to that level.
But every once in a while, he would do like his set in his regular voice, and nobody would ever laugh, and it would always be super uncomfortable. And he had this rape joke that he liked to tell every week. British rape joke, hilarious. American rape joke, we don't like that around here, buddy. It was amazing to watch happen when he bombed.
That's exactly how I think of all of the versions of The Office, as both just two different terrible rape jokes that went on too long. Everyone
That's true.
loves The Office.
Yeah, that's true for the American Office, I think.
I don't know.
How many seasons was the British
The rape
one?
joke.
Isn't like don't they like,
Jim and Pam find true love.
don't they try to like butt fuck one of their employees in like episode 2 of the British one?
Oh, they're just talking about just like sheer lengthwise of the actual series.
That too. One's emotional, one's physical.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
All right, guys,
suggest
you got
The
like 10
Office.
more minutes before Frozen 2 was over.
What was the name of that guy who did that
I
British
gotta go
accent?
back to being a dad.
What was the name of that guy? Who was he?
Yeah, talk
Do
shit
we know
about
him?
him quick.
Have we met him?
Oh, Matt Ban.
Hell yeah.
What?
No, you haven't met him. Matt Ban was his name.
Matt Band? Is he still on Facebook?
Matt Ban, yeah.
Oh man, nice.
Yeah.
He was,
Check him out.
it was so bad.
Check out his stuff. Was
So
it recorded?
bad.
Did you record any of his stuff? Is it available on streaming
No.
services? YouTube?
You might be able to find him,
Hell yeah.
but it was like, you'd sit in the back and you write your jokes. You're like, that punchline's not quite there. It's not. Let me try this one. No, it's not quite there. Let me try this one. Not quite there. And then he'd get up there and be like, "Hey, everybody, have you ever heard of Lake Titicaca? It doesn't have tits or cocks in it." And the audience would just erupt and just orgasm for him all over the place. You'd just be like, "Fuck that! I'm just gonna go kill myself because it's not worth this."
That's also how I think of impressionists.
Yes.
I have one at my open mic a lot right now. He seems to be a decent guy. I don't know. He never really talks to anybody or hangs out with the other comedians. Probably because they also don't like
he's
him
an
because he's an impressionist. Yeah. But like, there's something that gets me about impressionists doing impressions of comedians doing their bits. You know, like that is no longer doing an impression, and that is just stealing.
Yeah, you're just impersonating the guy who's good at the impression.
Yeah. Or if you're not doing their bits and you're doing your own bit in their voice, that's just making a comic that everyone likes already worse, which is also not yours to do. You know, like every part of it bothers me. And that's also
Does he do well?
no.
Good.
Not even for an impressionist. Probably kills at Pioneer. I don't fucking know.
Oh, I feel so bad for him now that the Pioneer's closed.
The laughter hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh well. Before we lose you to the end of Frozen 2, Matt, what are things in the media that you're digging? What are stuff you suggest other than Star Trek Lower Decks? Or you could choose that one. Talk about it.
Well, I mean, Star Trek Lower Decks,
Hell
of
yeah.
course, because any Trek is better than no Trek.
Yup.
I loved Bill and Ted 3 because it made me a little bit happy for like 20 minutes. So, best movie of the year. I don't know. I just watched like the first episode episode of the Doom Patrol on HBO Max.
Interesting.
And it was okay. And I got to see Brendan Fraser's ass, which,
Yeah.
you know.
It's been a while.
2020. You know what was really good and a lot of fun was they brought back Adventure Time on HBO Max.
Oh,
so
shit.
For you upper-class white people
Like a spinoff, right?
out there who have HBO Max, Adventure Time. They got a BMO movie now.
Hell
It's
yeah.
a lot of fun.
I'm excited about
You
that.
have,
Yeah.
have HBO Max, huh?
Nope.
Oh, shit. Never mind.
It's good. I'm a big fan of old movies.
Matt,
And
give
they got
us-
better classic movies on HBO Max. That's why I got it.
Matt, give us your
So-
HBO Max password.
I got to watch the Samurai trilogy. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, fucking samurai.
From, like the 50s, like Japanese 50s movies.
Uh-huh.
I got those. Pretty cool. But yeah, BMO. That's where it's at. Find something my daughter and I can bond over.
I like it. I also like Adventure Time and other things. I don't have anything new to plug. I don't know. I've been just watching this YouTube guy called the Punk Rock MBA, a marketing dude called Finn McKenty, who's just like into pop punk and hardcore music, and he just kind of talks shit about it every week.
His Christian name? Finn McKenzie?
Finn McKenty, yep, very white. So that's about it for me. Go watch the Punk Rock MBA on YouTube if you like various punk rock adjacent things and being made fun of.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the only
Oh,
thing
you know what? There's one more thing. There's these two guys that watch episodes of Reboot, but only the first two, and they talk about them.
we stopped talking about it.
It's called Reboot Lickers or Reboot Leggers, one of the two. It's really good.
Me and Matt were trying to do a podcast, a Zoom call podcast, and we got through 2 episodes of Reboot before shit started really going down and everyone got depressed. And I stopped kind of caring a little bit.
That's the way it goes. That's why I require everyone to record 6 episodes with me first.
Hi, Hazel.
Yeah, we didn't even get to the 6
Hazel,
episodes.
you want to be on a podcast? Want to be on a podcast?
Oh, man.
Here, say hi.
We're talking about fucking...
Say hi. Yeah, say with your face.
Hello.
Hi, Hazel.
Where do you live? Yep. That's my daughter.
You got it.
Adorable.
She knows where she lives.
She does. She lives in this high chair.
That's awesome.
She says that she lives in Carson City, but no one else can live in Carson City.
What? What if I wanted to come down and live in
She'll
Carson
say,
City?
I live in Carson City, and I'll say, I live in Carson City. You should be like, no,
Those her words?
you don't live in Carson. I live in Carson City. You live in the house.
Oh, shit. You live in the house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You got sequestered.
Yes, I did. She's walking around her backyard with no pants on.
Well, we can let you go if you got to chase her down.
Just make sure your pants are on.
No, this is just standard 7 o'clock for us.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, this is what 7 o'clock looks like. It's Hazel in the backyard with no pants.
Well, then let's get through Austin real quick. What do you dig in Austin? You got stuff?
Yeah, I watched that whole the series Broadchurch on Netflix. I watched the entire first series.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's a BBC show with the recent Oscar winner Olivia Colman and the 10th Doctor, I think. Fucking, what's his name?
David Tennant?
Yeah,
Tennant.
the Scottish one, yes.
David Tennant, Hazel.
Yeah, David Tennant. Yeah, he's like the.
Yeah, David Tennant brought us new sand.
Yeah, they're the co-leads in like a murder. Not really mystery. I mean, it's a mystery the first season. And like I started watching season 2, and it's like they solved who killed the person, and it's not more like just like wrapping up like, oh, this is like how the family is coping with the loss of the person who got killed. You know, so it's.
Don't they have a season 3 too?
I haven't gotten to that far. I'll tell you what season 3, what show I'm in season 3 of in right now, The Sopranos. I don't know if you've seen The Sopranos, but yeah, pretty. I'll tell you what, The Sopranos not very PC. I'll tell you what, the early 2000s. I think we should cancel the early 2000s. Probably we should cancel Tony Montana.
That's
Fuck.
racist.
Tony Soprano. What? Because they're from the mafia?
Yeah, that's racist against organized crime.
That's racist against organized crime. I mean, but they're racist towards everybody else. That's the thing, though.
That sounds like standard Italian.
Yeah. When I've been putting like The Sopranos on as like background noise and kind of getting into it every once in a while. It's a good show. It's all right. I know Andrea B is also watching it at the same time, which is crazy. But she's like way ahead of me, I think.
Catch up, bro.
I can only get like through 1 or 2 episodes at a time before like I'm just like tapped out. Like this is too Italian for me.
Just get more Italian about everything. Eat a bunch of garlic.
This is too too much. Like he's like a
people who are half Italian, but full Italians are like cliche.
It's like fuck, he's in waste management. Like you can't get more Italian than that.
It's so late though. You want to go on the swing?
He's gonna hide the
Maybe for a
bodies.
little bit.
He's already hidden a couple.
All right, I gotta put my daughter in the swing.
No, I thought you said put her down. Okay, hey, goodbye, Matt. Hey, Matt, have a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Matt.
So,
Thanks, guys.
we didn't say happy birthday. I mean, we didn't
This
sing
was
happy
fun.
birthday. But...
You gonna clean up the poop after you get in the swing? It's gonna be pretty challenging.
Hell yeah.
Did she poop in the swing? Man.
No, my dog poops in the backyard, so she's gonna clean it up.
Oh,
It just means push at it with the rake, get frustrated, and then start crying.
No.
Same.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
All right, guys, this was fun. I got to help my daughter pick up poop.
Well, I'll force you to do this more often.
I hope you do.
Yeah, just
I
don't
need to be forced.
just don't die or whatever.
I try not to die. If so,
And then also remind me a lot.
We'll try not to die as well.
put all those
Get
weird.
wrapped up in my own shit
Yeah,
and school shit.
yeah, you can
I
do
can
it.
do it. I can. Put the scooper down. There we go. Nailed it. All right. Peter, you just knocked poop out of the scooper. All right, Pete.
You should bring your dog.
Petri
You gotta bring your dog
Ow.
around next time. You should just-
Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
yeah.
Bye.
He got hung up on.
Hell yeah. We're still recording? All right.
Yeah, we are.
Talk shit about
okay, that's been the podcast, guys. You feel free to go on to the internet and look up any three of us and spend $5 and get our credit history or whatever you can on the internet. Do a real deep dive. It's really funny. It's really funny to do that to people. Just find out their whole history. Like, oh, I didn't know this person had a DUI. You know, like just get in there. Not that I have a DUI, but maybe you do. Look it up. That's enough podcast. We did over an hour. That's good. It's getting fucking hot in here. I'm gonna turn on this fan and watch Letterkenny.
Yeah.